Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Taurus, and always a big welcome to all the other zodiac signs that felt that this constellation has some significance to them, or just in general, they felt like getting an inspiration because what is happening above is happening below. And thus, the moon in Taurus, which is the Hierophant, is getting highlighted by the sun that is standing in Gemini. We from Earth are seeing the sun, and behind the sun is the constellation of Gemini. And the same with the moon. The moon is now in the constellation of Taurus, and so respectively they give each other importance, they give each other value, they give each other meaning. And the meaning is that Gemini is giving its light to the waning moon, and it's really small because we have a new moon in Gemini on Monday. And as such, the influence or the light into your energy is not very strong. Nevertheless, the lovers, Gemini energy, the energy of a mutable sign into a fixed sign, is that you are starting to see that here between these two pillars, you are able to hopefully understand a self-love that brings these two energies together, the same way that is the male and the female and the angel above them, which is conscious, subconscious, higher conscious. And the story here is then influencing this reading through just these two cards. Now, this is Edgar Waite, or Arthur Edgar Waite. And Edgar Waite was part of the Order of the Golden Dawn. And I have altogether 17 different tarot and oracle cards here, going back as far as the 15th century and then, of course, until the 20th century. Now, I am doing, of course, the reading on the day the moon is in your sign, so I get that energy. And as such, you only get once a month a reading from me. But I find this important because then it lasts also a whole month. You can work with this. It's a lot of cards. And I'm arranging them in 3 rows. I have the past, the present, and the future. Nevertheless, all of them are here right now. I'm not really reading the future. I'm not reading any of that where I become like a fortune teller. No, I'm here to inspire you. I'm here to help you to look at your life and maybe get an inspiration to live your life the best you can. So I also go back to the last reading, where you had a new moon and the sun in Taurus, and there the key lies in your heart and in beginning always new. And to connect that now to this reading is that you are ready to, give yourself the permission through these two, the permission to change things, because you are quite fixed, right? You are Taurus, the triangle, the 2 pillars, you are very strong, but the mutable sign giving a fixed sign the power to now change things, to open up and to see what you can change even in that fixedness. Now, why am I doing this reading? Is not so I get clicks and etc. I'm doing these readings so I can learn. I'm studying myself, the tarot, because I want to create my own deck combined with yoga positions. I teach teacher trainings, yoga teacher trainings. So I show you already the card that I did for Taurus for you, which is The inhale, going up to the information. Exhale, I'm coming down and bring the information down to the earth. And these two pillars, for me, I wanted them to become a movement, not something fixed, not something that is kind of like static. No, you become now the movement. You cannot sit here and, yeah, you want to be in the center, but in the center you reach these three stages by learning, by opening, by moving. And the arrow that's pointing up and the arrow that's pointing down, which is the consciousness, is always coming down, and you bring it back up. It's a movement, it's a cycle, it's always enriching each other. And that's what I wanted you to see through this card. Then in Gemini, I picked the most difficult card, which is King Pigeon. And here you see how the triangle that is formed by the conscious looking at the subconscious, and the subconscious looking up at the angel, the higher conscious, and the angels looking down to both, is formed within yourself, like your arms, your hands are reaching back to the feet. So the influence is influencing you, right? So the Gemini is influencing you to create this cycle, to create these 3 points within you as a movement, as an empowerment. And so this is the card for Gemini. I will include them during the reading. The court card that is connected to you is King of Pentacles, and the dates here are April 10 to May 9th. If your birthday is there, then this card is your court card. If it's coming up, then I know it's speaking directly to this time frame. I have listed all the other court cards below in my description. Now these 3 cards I did not pull. I actually use them as an explanation. Where's the sun? Where's the moon? And of course the court card, so you can see your energy. Now the first card that I take is as far back as the 15th century, the Visconti Sforza Tarot deck, which was created 1450. The first card that came out is the 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups speaks of a happiness of Jupiter in Pisces, a happiness of 3 equal rows that is body, mind, and spirit. Body, mind, and spirit 3 times, right? Like 1, 2, 3 rows. The same way that you have, in a way, this pillar, and this pillar. So as you can see, there is a connection that you did listen to the last reading, and that you are complete, right? You felt that emotionally you completed your energetic self, and now it's able to go deeper through Gemini, through the sun in Gemini, the love, the self-love that is fulfilled in the center as well, right? Our right and our left side, and in the center, the combination of the two is equal, as you see here. And this is really a beautiful card that is speaking about, yes, you are able to bring this energy forth, right? This happiness. Now, here I have Oswald Wirth, who was part of the Rose Cross Order. And the Rose Cross Order is very old, and these cards around 1887 were already used in this order by the occultist, by Oswald Wirth. And these are French cards. So I have German, French, and English cards here. Les Amoureux, and it's exactly the Gemini energy, which is very interesting. As you can see now, it's arranged differently. There is not 2 people and an angel. There's the angel up here. there's 2 women and 1 person in the center. And it's very interesting because the person in the center is almost like this mountain between them. So there's the triangle here, and there's a triangle here, both of them pointing upwards. So there could be a triangle pointing here to these, and he is in the center. And where is the arrow pointing? The arrow is pointing to the head. So I think the Gemini energy is influencing you, is bringing this emotional stability on all sides, on the center and on the left, right, middle and left. You can really see that, yes, Gemini is affecting you strongly, is giving you a self-worth, is giving you an understanding that everything begins within you. Most people would read there's a love story or there's a couple, it's the lovers. For me, it's first and foremost your own love for yourself that you are finding here. Then the next deck is from the Order of the Golden Dawn. It's called the Hermetic Tarot, and the Hermetic Tarot, out of this energy came Arthur Waite and Aleister Crowley, which I also have in the first row of the past. So here we have the 2 of Pentacles, and as you can see, the 2 of Pentacles has these 2 coins and a snake that is biting itself into its tail, and a hand that is holding it together here in the center. So it's almost like there's a divine connection here by playing with this infinite age, which we also can of course turn in such a way that now the hand is holding this infinite energy together. And this card is called the Lord of Harmonious Change. And the Lord of Harmonious Change is Jupiter in Capricorn. Now here we had Jupiter in Pisces, water energy, and we have Jupiter in Capricorn, an earth energy. Water and earth are both feminine energies. And it's almost like this card is connected with this lady, the blue, as you can see, blue dress. And this card is connected with this lady in the green and the yellow, right? Water with the blue dress and earth with the green and the yellow. So there is quite an energy that's saying, yes, there is a harmonious interconnection here formed through the sun that is highlighting your little moon. Nevertheless, it's strong enough to bring the card up, right? This is what I shuffled. This is what came up. So I see that something is strongly coming and going and shifting and giving you an understanding that everything is work in progress, shifting and changing, and giving you an understanding that things are never the same. And Jupiter is the wheel of fortune, right? So Jupiter is literally dictating that kind of like the how we work with these energies. Now, the next card then from Arthur Waite is the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is always speaking about a painful situation that happened and is now more part of the past, or is more part of the mind. It's stored in your mind, and you can see these 2 energies crossing and 1 sword in the center coming down. And it seems like it's speaking directly to this card because there's 3 people and there's 3 swords, or there are 3 swords, right? And there maybe through Gemini there is something speaking directly to you. It could be that there is something within a relationship where most people say, yeah, there's three people and one too much. Three people, right? Like, which one should I take? And in the end, he's like, when you look at his dress, he has a little bit of all of them within him. He has the red, and he has the green, and he has the yellow. So it's speaking about finding your center, finding that central sort. Now, also what they say here about this card is that sometimes it's a world pain that we feel, or that we're grieving for a child, right? So I let you, of course, now see why there is suffering in this world. Because suffering in this world makes us realize that we can grow, makes us stronger. And it shows me through the next card that comes through Aleister Crowley. Now, of course, this is, like I said, the 15th century. These cards are the 1887 and the Hermetic Tarot 1888. Now, the Order of the Golden Dawn was formed 1888. 3 times 8 is a portal. 3 times 8 is the energy saying, find power in the Earth star, find power that everything is shifting and changing, that you are moving with that. And in a way, this is speaking here to you through this painful situation that you have experienced. But now the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands is the energy of Sun and Moon, the energy of the Moon in Taurus, the Sun in Gemini, that straight line in the center, that straight sword in the center. And this is Moon in Sagittarius. Moon in Sagittarius is speaking about, yes, that's what is shifting and changing. That's what's spinning. The understanding that everything is spinning, even though the sun is fixed and the earth is spinning around the sun and the moon is spinning around the earth, is coming here to give you the power of overcoming this painful situation which is in your head. So understanding that everything is interchanging, is constantly shifting and changing. Now, Aleister Crowley, this is Aleister Crowley, was 1969. Arthur Waite or Rider Waite cards are 1920. And the next card is 1985, Hermann Handel. Hermann Handel is in itself very powerful German artist that created his own deck after he went through a lot of difficulties and came to the tarot. And the power, the strength card is coming up as Leo, the strength to find the snake that is wrapped around her, the open leg, the sexual energy, which also is coming up here at the tree of life for the female, and he has the fire behind him. And so the understanding is that a female energy is inspiring us to continue the dance or the sexual energy that is as well here shown in this snake, right? The snake is wrapping both of them into a dance, into bringing out of 2 the number 3. 2 makes then the number 3. And here you have then created the 9, and this 9 again is connected with this 9. So you have already a 2 times 9 portal. And the 2 times 9 portal is creativity or sexual energy that is giving you a feeling of completion. And the sexual energy through Leo is shown here through the snake, that is showing her this infinite 8, because this is the major arcana number 8. So there's an infinite cycle that is giving us an understanding that everything is constantly coming and going, coming and going. And the last card of the past is the Medicine Woman, is the 8 of Wands, which is Mercury in Sagittarius. And that is the power that things come really quickly to you, a revelation, an understanding that I am burning with this energy. I am having the art of putting the energy out there. And you can see she holds this shield. These are very beautiful native Indian cards, and is letting you know that things are coming to you, and that you understand that through this creative work, that the goal is to make sometimes quick decisions, make sometimes a decision where strength is asked from you, right? So the 2 times 9, there is the happiness, there is water and fire, the female and the male, creating then the strength to do something quickly, to push things out there, and to trust the process that you can heal this, that you can overcome that. Overcome, because now it's getting a highlight into the self-worth of a spiritual self-worth that is speaking directly into your subconscious, right? Your subconscious is, let's see what happened to me through the past. Now all these cards, I take a picture and you can look at them at the end of the reading again, because then you can check your own interpretation into these cards. Now this is the end, the number 8. Now you sit here and you know all of these cards are behind you, and now you're going forward into the future. And the first card that comes up here, a little bit more modern, is the Mystical Oracle, and the card number 6 is Listen. And I find it very, very beautiful, because now you got a 6/6 portal through the Gemini, through the Lovers, and the number 6 here, listening. And because you are Taurus, you are Earth, you are stable, you are grounded, and it's almost speaking to you about go deeper, go really deeper, and allow to have a look. What happened here? What is it that you can learn by listening, by becoming more silent, by becoming more quiet, and really becoming one with nature, the well, the water that is now part of your dress, right? It's like that happiness that you know, the water, this happiness, right? The Jupiter in Pisces, the 9 of Cups are here. There's this happiness, and you can find that again within your own conscious, subconscious, looking deep within, right? That's what the moon does. When the moon is in your sign, you are having a chance to look into the subconscious, which is her, which is female. The male is always conscious. She is the subconscious. So here you get the invitation to look deep within, to listen to the earth, to become aware, to use the hair that is listening. And then comes the High Priestess, the number 2. The 2 that is then connected again to this 2. So you have a 2-2 portal, 2 times 2. So you already have quite a few, right? The 2 times 9, the 2 times 8, the 2 times 2, the 2 times 6 portal. Very beautiful. 2 is always like creativity and sexuality, and then the respective through the chakras, right? The 9, the completion, the 6, the teaching, or the 3rd eye, the learning, the 2, the sexual, and the 8, the infinite loop of everything is coming and going. So here you are listening like the High Priestess. You're submerging. It's almost like here she is, and now we see deeper within how she sees herself truly when she goes deep within. Now she is in the water. Here she just has her dress blue, but now everything, she's diving deep down into the blue. And here comes the hunter. You start through the High Priestess, through this spiritual female counterpart of the High Priest. Hierophant is the Greek word for High Priestess. You becoming a female energy that is looking deep within to see who you really are. And you are now coming up as the hunter. And the hunter is the number 27. Again, you're getting a 9. Now you have 3 times the 9. I'm just gonna put her down. You have the 9, and you have the 9, and you have the 9. 3 times 9. You have, when you combine the male and the female within you, then you are becoming strong. Then you can go out there and you can literally hunt and take care of your life, because that's what the hunter is. The hunter was strong enough to say, yeah, with the water, with the fire, I have a combination of the 2. I am the High Priestess. I am learning and I am knowing that I can take care of my life and I can survive, right? While I'm listening. And the spirit animal that's coming to you is the dragonfly. And the dragonfly now is an air sign. And it almost feels like it's giving you the answer to this, right? You see this? This is like a triangle that's pointing down, right? And a triangle again that's pointing down. And we're gonna look into what this animal is trying to tell you. Of course, it's an air animal. And here it's speaking about master of light, illusion, and the mind. When in balance, sees clearly, joyful, and magical. Now, when you look at this card, have a look. You see this little creature here. It's very interesting, right? It's like, what is it? Huh. So the magic is that the sorrow here has come to you so that you learn and that you understand why there is suffering in the world, in your life, in the loss, in the change. Because when something is up, it also has to come back down. And when something is down, it has to go up. It's the ever game of inhale and exhale. It's the game here of your own cycle, right? The fingers reaching to the feet, the head connecting with the feet. It's just like the snake that is also biting here its own tail, and God or the higher consciousness is saying, yes, I'm grabbing that and I'm holding that together. That's what holds this ever-changing energy together. And here you get the dragonfly, you get the triangle, the wisdom coming down, the spirit coming down, even though the triangle is pointing upward as the air sign. Then the last card in the present moment is the 10 of Swords, which is the sun in Gemini. And the sun in Gemini is highlighting you, is giving you a very, very powerful message, because this is the golden dawn. The golden dawn is that morning, in the morning when the difficult night is over, is when you have been submerged in the earth, and now you're coming out and you are in the 10, you have fulfilled, you have let go a deep, deep suffering. It's almost like the sun is looking at this and is giving you even more to be like, yeah, look at how much suffering there is truly in this world. So the 3 isn't that bad anymore. But nevertheless, I mean, suffering is suffering and we don't like to suffer. But that's when we break through, when we come out of it and you have the help. It's almost like here it's an 11, right? The 10 and 1 animal, 1 spirit that is saying, yes, you can overcome that. The 11 is then a 1-1 portal. So looking then into the future, or the next row, is out of the Creativity Oracle this card. Now she is, as you can see, green and has this halo, and it's very interesting. So it's almost letting me know this personality is the woman with the fire, is the woman with the 9 of Wands, right? This woman is the woman with the 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups is always about a material and a spiritual and a feeling of happiness, the wish card even, that you are now asked to look and go forward, because as this is in the past, all right, this is in the past, and now into the future, you are asked, and she's turning herself away. Maybe this is you who's saying, no, I don't want to be here anymore. I am taking that strength and I'm saying, no, I'm moving forward. I'm going to put her down. I'm moving forward. I have the strength, right, through the strength card, to go forward and to look at the white rose that she's holding in her hand. And that 1 pillar in the center, that 1 energy in the center, that's what matters. The angel that is in the center. And of course, the error, 1 that's coming down, 1 that's going up. What's happening here in the center? And the rose through Gemini, which is happening right here in the center, that's growing through the combination of the 2. You're looking at that rose and you're saying, I'm moving forward. Now, the name of this card is Pitch. Be as clear, concise, and professional as you can be when you explain your ideas to potential associates. The number 5. Now, you do have a 5-5 portal. If I take your card, and of course this card is speaking very clearly to you as, yes, you are Taurus, moon in Taurus. So she's here and you get a 5-5 portal as well. So you should look into a movement that you want to create with the 5, these 2 pillars, because now you just have 1 pillar and you're looking forward and you're saying, yes, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. And I want to pitch in the understanding, the power that I've gained, the things that I listen to, so that I can create this movement. And going forward, this green lady, the lady with the green, right, the green curtain, now you become the earth yourself, and you are sitting on this horse, which is the Knight of Pentacles, is Virgo. And the Virgo here is saying, well, I'm helping you to move forward, even though this horse doesn't really move. This horse is standing and looking how things are growing, but she also knows that the horse is made of these leaves, and it's very fascinating, right? This green, this like, I go deep into the earth, I go deep down and I'm listening. And you see here as well these 2 pillars. All right, again, the two pillars is speaking to the two, the green. She's emerged in the green. She's emerged with nature. You know that you're the hunter-gatherer. You know that you are powerful through the earth, and now you can move forward and create the next growth cycle that is wanting to come. And the elemental oracle, I have all the oracles listed below, is here the voice, the number 25, because the body part for you is the neck, is the fifth chakra, which I have painted here in the triangle that's pointing upwards. And it's very interesting because now I get an inspiration for myself, is that the triangle here is pointing down, and look, the triangle is pointing up. And of course it's the triangle that's saying, always find up the inspiration. When you go up, you feel that's where you're looking up towards the sun. And when you look up towards the sun, it is in Gemini, it's in the lovers, it's speaking to you directly now to go forward and to use your voice, to use your understanding, the flower that has grown out of this greenery. She's coming out, you're speaking, right? Because the fifth, the throat, the neck is your body part. And you are speaking out, and you are giving us the feeling of like, yes, I want to show to the world that I'm speaking my word, that I'm using my voice, because I mean, he is Vav. This is the Hebrew word for nail, and he nails us down with his speech, because that's what the high priest does. And the high priest is verbally outward, while she is verbally inward. She is inwardly connected with the six, right? And again, of course, Gemini, the number 6 is here. So then you go forward into another 7. So you have 2 times a 7 portal. Now you have 1 1, you have 1 1, you have 9 9, you have 6 6, you have 8 8, you have 7 7. And you have 5 5. I mean, you have actually quite a lot of portals. And this portal is saying, yes, the more you speak, the more you understand that this path of yours is coming out of you, is looking back, because this is Saturn in Taurus. And Saturn in Taurus is saying, everything that you have learned, everything that you have gained, all these institutions are quite strong, holding on to their value, holding on to the things that they have. And so here you go out, and you are bringing this knowledge, this understanding into the 20. So now you have also a 2-2 portal. And yes, 2-0, the 2, which is the high priestess, and the 0, which is the fool, a new beginning, a new energy that's saying, I want to bring this forth. I want to go out there, and I want to share the knowledge with the people. And the last card, which is from Alberto Villoldo, is the shaman's dream, is now here, a 3 times 8, you get the strength, and you get Mercury in Sagittarius. So you have an 8, 8, 8 portal, 3 times 8, saying all of this is just a game of thrones, or the crown games, right? Of course, Game of Thrones, everybody knows, but here is the right use of power. You gaining an insight, a deep insight into the right use of power. And this happens really fast. You will see that the empowerment that is now coming to you and is waiting to be lived through you, is waiting to be seen by you, is waiting to be spoken by you, is waiting to get out there, is here. So here, this card is giving you very clear instruction that you, as the number 8 here, is finding the words that leadership, responsibility, accountability, and the right use of power is something that you, who is very powerful, has to learn. Is why you are wearing a 3-step crown. Why are you understanding now the 3 can be very powerful and painful, but is teaching us it's continuously moving and shifting. The show must go on because the next generation is coming, and they are challenging us constantly. Who is wearing the crown? And since you are already wearing a crown, it's speaking about how are you going to wear this crown and what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with this movement? How are you going to understand these 1, 2, 3 steps, and how you're going to live them or live it out there in the world? Because here you have the pitch. You have the pitch to be as clear, concise, and professional as you can be when you explain your ideas to potential associates. The number 5 giving you the push to create something extraordinary out there. Wow. So I hope I see you, of course, in the next reading, because then the Earth is turning in such a way that we see behind the sun the constellation Cancer. Cancer is not directly here, but we have the emotional side, right? We have here very much the 9 of Cups. We also have the High Priestess, very moon connection, and it's leading you to look then when we go in the next month, in the next reading, to see how you heal, how you create a deep healing, because that's what Cancer is all about. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.